First things first, I want to send my deepest and heartfelt condolences to the family of Nolan Wells and family, friends, community that has been affected by this tragic loss. As a mother of a son, I could not imagine or fathom the pain that his mother is feeling and what she's going through. So, with that being said, I did ask. At first, I wasn't going to channel his energy at all. And I was having a conversation with a friend about it the other day, and I got a download. So I said, you know what? Hey, I asked if I can share what I got, and they said yes, but tread lightly. So I'm going to tread lightly. Now, I'm going to say something in regards to what happened with Nolan Wells, because of course we don't know the facts, and out of respect for the integrity of the case, it's not much that I will say about it, but I will say this, because there's a lot of speculation about what happened, when, what, why. I mean, we know what happened, duh. We know, but we don't have facts. We don't have concrete evidence. Nolan Wells was sacrificed. He was a sacrifice. That's the short answer of what happened. He was triangulated. He was betrayed. He was triangulated, and he didn't see it coming. He was blindsided. And what makes it even worse, the individuals that did this to him was the ones that he trusted the most. These were the individuals that he was fully vulnerable with these individuals. So that's what makes it worse. Now, that's first thing first. The second thing that I saw, somebody recorded the whole entire thing. There was an individual within that friend group that knows exactly what happened. Not only do they know exactly what happened, they recorded the whole thing. And not only did they record the whole thing, nobody knows about this. They're hiding it. They're keeping it a secret. One other person might know about it, but for the most part, nobody knows about this video footage. They're not coming out about the information or the video footage that they have due to fear. Now this person, somebody might know, but they're being protected. If they're not being protected, they're hiding. Like, they could be hiding this person, or they could be protecting this person. This person, whoever has the video footage of what happened, they're either they're hiding or they're being protected. So that's what I saw. But when the individual who recorded what happened, no one knew that whatever happened was going to go as far as it did. It was an incident that it went too far, okay? And they was just recording it. Y'all know how these kids are, this generation is. They record everything. A fight break out, they're recording it. An argument break out, they're recording it. So just naturally, when things broke out with Nolan and whatever happened, the person pulled out the phone and started recording. And as they were recording, they didn't know what was coming. And when the actual unaliving happened, they was like, right? Like, that's the look on a person's face. Like, their whole entire face froze. Their body, their energy just froze and went into a state of shock. And it was like this unsurmountable feeling of fear that overtook this person, because they knew at that moment that they had something that could, their life is at this is crazy, y'all. This is so insane. Listen, I'm not a celebrity medium. I'm not a big time medium. I only got like 1,500 followers on here, and like about 2-3 over on YouTube or something like that. whoever got the video of what happened is scared as AF. They are terrified because there's so many different parties involved that was caught on this video. So again, either they're hiding out or they're hiding this information, or if somebody does know, which I think one other person know, they're hiding them. Either way, it's hot. It's being cloaked. This information is being kept buried, if that makes sense. So yeah, there's that. Now, as far as Nolan's energy, his energy is heavily cloaked right now. It's not too much I can see about him. Whatever energy is with him, it's a feminine energy. I don't know if it's an ancestor or just it's not an ancestor. It's not it's a Reaper energy, but it's not a Reaper energy. It's similar to a Reaper energy, but the energy that's cloaking Nolan's energy is kind of like a protector energy on the other side, right? Because we have protector energies on this side, and then we have protector energies on the other side. So because his soul is because he's recently departed, and because his soul is still getting acclimated to the other side, there are like protector energies or guides to help us ascend and transition to until we fully cross over. So that's kind of like what's happening with Nolan. That's all I can see. I can only see like a glimpse of his energy. They're not letting me see a whole lot about him. They're not really giving me a whole lot of energy messages about him as far as on the other side, but more of the messages that I'm getting is about this side. So I'm gonna just leave that alone. But again, his energy is cloaked, and there's that. The dad is gonna file a lawsuit. He's gonna file a lawsuit and he's gonna win. So I saw that too. Now I'm gonna come back and do a separate video on another day because I was trying to go down a rabbit hole and find out when he was born. I got different dates of when he was born, and I don't want to put out misinformation, but according to what I found, if this is his, if the time he was, not the time, the day he was born is the actual day he was born, he would have a T-square in his chart involving Uranus, Pluto, and Mercury. His Uranus is in Pisces, and the day that he unalived, transiting Uranus and Mars in Gemini would have been dead smack on his natal Mercury, which would have activated that T-square involving his natal Mercury, his natal Uranus, and Pluto. Y'all following me? His natal Uranus would have been in Pisces. Pisces is water. Uranus is friends. So that Uranus-Mars conjunct that activated that T-square. Mars is boys, men, competition, and in its lowest octave, violence, violence and weapons. Uranus is accidents. Uranus is that wild card. You just don't know what you're gonna get, right? It's friends, accidents, violence. Also, it could be violence. It can be a lot of different things, but you know, yeah. So with that energy together, Uranus, Mars, and Gemini, it's volatile. And Gemini also rules words, arguments. Mars is arguing. Gemini is words. An argument could have broke out. Some things could have been said. One thing led to another. It escalated. A fight happened. Boom. In a nutshell. But again, I'm gonna come back and do a separate video about that because I don't, like I said, I don't want to put out the wrong information. But if I'm right, and I feel like I'm right, that Mars Uranus conjoint activated that T-square. And I'm not saying, you know, I'm not blaming anything on astrology or anything like that. I'm just looking at the transits of what happened that day. And so yeah, anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. They told me to stop. I'm gonna stop. If let me know what y'all think. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Hit me up in the comments.